On the world news tonight, WAEC set to fully adopt computer-based WASC by 2026. Nigeria unveiled cyber diplomacy drive to shape global digital order. Plus, full probe on Abuja-Kaduna train derailment launched. A very good evening and welcome to the Rstv World News. My name is Emily Tari Mberu. Now, do you love and care about Rebel State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. It is a task you and I must accomplish. Always remember, you can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And our details of the news. The acting general manager of Rstv Television, Mrs. Pat Chuks-Mefo, has reaffirmed the station's continuous commitment to reporting and showcasing programs that will project the state and the Niger Delta region to the global world. Mrs. Mefo gave the assurance while receiving an award of modest contributions to the development of the region by the Niger Delta Awards magazine in Port Harcourt. Emmanuel Emeyon was there and now reports.
Represented by Director News Ndu Ajay, Acting General Manager Mefo explained that Rivers State Television is the first choice TV station for people at the grassroots because of its content in agriculture, education, news, sports, talk shows, and many more. She said despite the current challenges, the management and staff of the station have shown resilience to discharge their duties without recourse to the fact that their efforts are being recorded. Mrs. Mefo remarked that the award will spur the station to perform better.
I have to thank the organizers of the Niger Delta Award because of the modest contributions of Rivers State Television to the development of Niger Delta, and say continue in this and take it to greater heights.
National coordinator of the Niger Delta Awards magazine, Prince Aike Benson, said the media organization was registered in 2003 as a national magazine to report extensively the activities that engender excellence in the Niger Delta states. He said the purpose was to celebrate individuals, groups, and organizations who have contributed immensely towards standardization of all activities within and outside the Niger Delta environment. According to him, the 21st special edition of the Niger Delta Awards magazine will create more opportunities for stronger relationships with stakeholders, gender peace and unity in the interest of the region.
To celebrate individuals, groups, organizations who have contributed immensely towards all activities within and outside the Niger Delta area. We have to go to the entrepreneurs, the private sector. Let's encourage them. Asaba was something else on the 6th of July. Over 1,000 people gathered. And now we have climax in Port Harcourt. You have seen what happened here today. We are so excited.
Keynote speakers Adeshila Adejumo and Dr. Osemene Onwuchie Agostina said the development of the Niger Delta region is a clarion call to all through the empowerment of women in the food value chain. Other awardees reacted to the recognition.
Because we acknowledge the grassroots and we acknowledge other stations, other areas and communities in the Niger Delta.
Gives us the opportunity to try more.
It's a great thing, and I know it's called and continue to continue be with them.
Emmanuel Emeyon, Rstv News.
President Bola Tinubu has celebrated Vice President Kashim Shettima on the occasion of his 59th birthday, describing him as a loyal partner in the task of building a more prosperous Nigeria. The president, in a goodwill message shared by his aide, Bayo Onanuga, on X on Monday, said that the day provided a unique opportunity to honor Shettima whom he referred to as his brother, partner, and dependable deputy. Tinubu highlighted Shettima's courage, tenacity, and unwavering belief in Nigeria's greatness, noting that his track record in governance exemplifies a service above privilege. The president further applauded Shettima's passion for democracy, good governance, and economic development, noting that his vibrancy, loyalty, and support as vice president has strengthened the administration's resolve to deliver on its renewed hope agenda. Reflecting on their joint achievements, the president pointed to strides made in food security, investment reforms, and international partnerships, saying Shettima's input had been critical. He expressed confidence that the collaboration would continue to yield tangible results as government policies deliver more schools, hospitals, jobs, and trade opportunities for Nigerians. Now, the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, has reaffirmed plans to migrate the West African Senior School Certificate Examination, WASC, to full computer-based testing, CBT, by 2026. Head of National Office, Dr. Amos Dankat, gave the assurance on Tuesday in Abuja during a sensitization meeting with members of the National Assembly Committee on Education. He noted that the transition, which began with private candidates in 2024, had recorded significant progress and would be scaled up nationwide. Dangat explained that mock sessions and online practice platforms would be introduced to help candidates familiarize themselves with the system, stressing that no student will be left behind. Nigeria has taken a bold step towards redefining its foreign policy in the digital era with the opening of a high-level seminar on anti-participatory cyber and digital diplomacy in Abuja. Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Maitama Tugar, who declared the seminar open, said that Nigeria must position itself as a capable and forward-looking actor in the evolving global digital order. According to the minister, the establishment of a cyber diplomacy unit within the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is part of Nigeria's strategy to build capacity, protect national interests, and ensure Africa's voice is heard in shaping global digital governance. He also announced the launch of a free masterclass series on anticipatory cyber and digital diplomacy for diplomats across Africa and the global south. In a goodwill message, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, emphasized the need for diplomacy that balances Nigeria's digital sovereignty with global independence. He said that the Ministry of Justice is committed to working with partners to address emerging challenges such as cybercrime, digital propaganda, and cross-border data governance. The seminar, which brought together members of the diplomatic community, senior government officials, strategic partners, and experts, is expected to produce actionable recommendations that will strengthen Nigeria's foreign policy architecture and prepare its diplomats for the challenges of the digital age. Now, do you love and care about Rebel State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights. For it is a task you and I must accomplish. Always remember, you can watch Rstv News live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And still to come on the news, Burkina Faso criminalizes homosexuality. And in sports, Super Eagles gear up for Rwanda clash with full squad in camp. Details in a moment. To stay.
Power God is here. Dr. Jesus National God is here.
The Omega Power Ministries OPM Worldwide presents Dr. Jesus Night with Coconut. It is a night of divine healing. It is a night of God's visitation with divine favor. It is a night of instant miracles, signs, and wonders. It is a night of total transformation. It is a night where yokes will be broken, mantles will be released, and great destinies will be activated. Date, Friday, 5th September 2025. Time, 8 p.m. till dawn. Venue, OPM Headquarters, Dr. Jesus City, Mbodo Alu, Rivers State, Nigeria. Come with your coconut and receive what heaven has reserved for you.
SS power God is here. Dr. Jesus.
OPM, Dr. Jesus in action. Dr. Jesus in action. God is here.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Yeah, welcome back. You're still watching the Rstv World News. Now moving ahead, Director General of the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau, Captain Alex Bade, says an investigator in charge has been appointed to lead the probe into last week's Abuja-Kaduna train derailment. The confirmed that evidence protection measures, including securing the site and preserving CCTV footage, have already been taken. Bade appealed to the federal government to address funding gaps in the Bureau, stressing the need for adequate resources to conduct thorough investigations and safeguard lives. He assured that the final report will be released within 30 days of the incident. The derailment occurred last Tuesday along the Kaduna corridors shortly after the train left Abuja. The Nigerian Railway Corporation has since suspended operations on the route, with refunds initiated for affected passengers. The UK government has launched a new campaign warning international students not to overstay their visas, stressing that those who remain illegally will face removal. According to reports, the Home Office has begun contacting students directly by text and email for the first time. Around 10,000 students whose visas are about to expire have already received warnings, with tens of thousands more expected to be contacted in the coming months as the autumn intake begins. Home Secretary Yvette Cooper told the BBC that some students were exploiting the asylum system, applying for refugee status despite no changes in their home countries. Official figures show that asylum claims from people who originally entered on student visas hit 16,000 in 2024, nearly 6 times higher than in 2020, making students the largest group of visa holders applying for asylum after their leave expired. Still on the foreign scene, Burkina Faso's transitional government has passed a new law criminalizing homosexuality, with offenders facing between 2 and 5 years in prison as well as fines. Justice Minister Edaso Rodriguez Bayala, announcing the law on state broadcaster RTB, said foreign nationals convicted under the law would also be deported. The legislation, unanimously adopted by 71 unelected members of the military-led government, is part of wider reforms on family and citizenship laws. Authorities say it will take immediate effect and will be promoted through a national awareness campaign. Rights groups have raised concerns that the law further restricts freedoms under President Ibrahim Traore's military government, which came to power after 2 coups in 2022. Burkina Faso now joins more than half of African nations that criminalize same-sex relationships. And on the entertainment scene, Nigeria's skit maker and content creator Raji Samad Adetola, popularly known as Sanku Comedy, is dead. He was involved in a ghastly car accident along the Oyo-Ogbomosho Road in Ibadan. Armless Lawrence tells us more. To stay.
Sanko, who was riding in the car alongside his friend, was rushed to the hospital. They were eventually pronounced dead a few hours after. The skit maker was popular for his unique storytelling and comedy style. He began his content creation journey in 2021. Nollywood actress Funmi Ayelowa writing on Instagram, claimed she sent one of her students who stays close to Bowen Hospital to check on him, and he told her he was responding to treatment. Awilowa said despite her prayers against death, Sanko eventually passed on. Nollywood actress Uche Obodo and her family trending online after sharing a video of her daughters making up her husband, Bobby Marix. The actress captured a light-hearted moment where her two daughters turned their dad, Bobby Marix, into their personal canvas. With brushes, powder, and a lot of giggles, the little girls unleashed their inner makeup artist, and the result was both adorable and comical. Uche, while sharing the video online, announced that it was Bobby's birthday as she celebrated him for bringing joy and love to their marriage. Nigerian superstar Burna Boy parents Bose and Samuel Ogulu are celebrating 35 years of marriage. Bose Ogulu, Burna Boy's mother and longtime manager, took to social media to share a never-before-seen picture of herself and her husband, Samuel Ogulu, from their early years together. The photo, filled with vintage charm, showed the couple in various stages of youth, from their wedding day to the romantic moment as a young family. I'm Blessed Lawrence, Rstv Entertainment News.
In our sports, 9 additional players have joined the Super Eagles training camp in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State, ahead of this month's 2026 World Cup qualifying fixtures against Rwanda and South Africa. The new arrivals include Alex Iwobi, Calvin Bassey, Isayo Dele Bashiru, Ola Aino, Bright Osai Samuel, Moses Simon, Chidozie Awaziem, Adebayo Adeleye, and Benjamin Fredericks. They have linked up with the quartets of William Troost Ekang, Amos Obasoge, Felix Agu, and Raphael Onyedika, who arrived on Monday. Nigeria will host Rwanda on Saturday at the Godswill Akpabio Stadium in Uyo, with kickoff scheduled for 5 p.m. Still on sports, Amavubi of Rwanda head coach Adel Amorchi has unveiled his final 24-man squad for the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Warriors of Zimbabwe. Sharon Iro tells us more from the sporting scene. Stick around.
3 players, David Niyo, Claude Smith Kayibanda, and Dijabilu Ishmael, were dropped from the initial 27-man provisional list. Kayibanda missed out due to the injury he sustained in Bedford FC's 2-1 defeat to the South Shields last weekend. The players travelled to Lagos from the Kigali International Airport this morning. Ambush and his players will connect another flight to the Victor Atta International Airport, Uyo, later tonight. Rwanda will take on Nigeria in a match day 7 encounter at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium on Saturday. Nigeria defeated the Amavubi 2-0 when both countries clashed on match day 5 at the Amahoro Stadium, Kigali in March. Super Falcons striker Asisat Oshola is on the verge of sealing a move to Saudi Arabia Professional Women's Football League side Al Hilal. Al Hilal and National Women's Super League NWSL Asfit Bay FC has reached an agreement on the transfer of the player to the former. Oshola, who arrived Saudi Arabia's capital, Riyadh, has already passed her medicals. Spanish club Sevilla has terminated the contract of Super Eagles towards Kelechi Iheanacho. Iheanacho joined the Rojiblancos on the free transfer last summer. The 28-year-old made 15 appearances across all competitions in the first half of the season, netting 3 times. The former Manchester City player was sent out on loan to Sky Bet Championship club Middlesbrough in January. The Nigerian scored once and provided 2 assists in 15 appearances for Middlesbrough. Sharon Iro, Rstv Sports News.
Thank you, Sharon, for that report. Now, do you love and care about Rivers State and her peace? If yes, let's build and take her to greater heights, for it is a task you and I must accomplish. Remember, you can watch RSTV News live on Facebook and YouTube at RSTV Online. You can also subscribe and click on the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. And now to end the news, let's take a look at some of our major stories. The West African Examinations Council WAEC has reaffirmed plans to migrate the West African Senior School Certificate Examination WASC to full computer-based testing CBT by 2026. Nigeria has taken a bold step towards redefining its foreign policy in a digital era with the opening of a high-level seminar on anticipatory, cyber and digital diplomacy in Nigeria. We had also reported that the Director General of the Nigeria Safety Investigation Bureau, Captain Alex Bade, has said an investigator in charge has been appointed to lead the probe into last week's Abuja-Kaduna train derailment. And that's the size of our package this evening on the World News. My name is Emily Tari Mbero. Thank you so much for being my company from start to finish. Good night.